Good morning, guys. My name's Robbie, and this is day 2 of our London trip. I'm so sleepy. I don't think I finished vlogging day 1 yesterday, simply because I just fell asleep once we finished walking around London, and you probably noticed that there's only a couple of clips in there, but it was still quite fun. Today, we are going to be going to a lot of various other places around this place, which actually includes a lot of recommendations by my friends Aaron and Rush. We're very professional people. The only thing is we were not able to go through these recommendations because of money. And because we were busy, we couldn't watch the time go by properly, so we were not able to book anything in this case. But I promise we'll get there someday, especially Rush's Party Manger. So much rhyme. Cue intro. We did have an itinerary. We did have an itinerary. We did have an itinerary. Can't do this for this day. The only thing is I don't know how we're gonna get there. So we went to the Hendon Central yesterday. Great place, really easy access to get there as well. There's some construction of some sort, I'm not too sure, but there's some works between specific stations that'll make us not be able to go through specific places. So yeah, we might be taking the cab. In the meantime, let me give you a small tour around my room. This is the ceiling. That is the TV. Yeah, channel 4. That is the door. That is the chair. This is the bed. That is the mirror. That is the toilets. And sadly, there is no spray on thing. Which is kind of sad, but oh well. For today's tour, we're going to be leaving the hotel from 6:30 in the morning, which is great. The only thing is we're missing breakfast, which starts at 6:30 in the hotel. But that should be fine because yesterday we did eat outside. I ordered a burger. And since I wasn't able to finish that because there was quite a lot of chips or fries, if you may call it, in the meal that we ordered, we have a lot of leftovers. I'm going to go down to my parents' room to eat them. If you think about it, there's a lot of different people in London. A lot of different food, a lot of things. It's pretty much a mixture of very, very different kind of stuff, which is really cool about it. It's very diverse. Ooh, also, it is 5:45 in the morning, and this is my view. Isn't that pretty? That is really pretty. That is not sand. That is not just buildings. It's pretty, charming. Hey guys, we just arrived here in the Victoria Court here in London, and this is the whole place. It looks really huge, and we're just waiting for our bus. So our bus is actually here, but we have like an hour, 40 minutes or something for the tour to start taking in the vouchers and whatnot. So we're just gonna be waiting here and see what happens. Our journey started off at around 8:30 in the morning, so yes, there were a lot of people running here and there. We could listen to our tour guide speaking through our earphones and give us some insightful information about our surroundings. One suggestion when traveling, don't look at the beauty of the surroundings entirely through your camera, because you are so not going to enjoy it as much as you would want to. Plus, there's going to be too much footage to edit at the end of the day, and your social life will be non-existent. But you don't even have a social life. Thank you, Captain Obvious. One other tip when it comes to tour buses is to have a seat next to the window to obviously have the better view. Like, aren't those fields pretty? However, one sad drawback would be how most of the important landmarks your tourist guide would tell you is mostly found in the other side of the coach, so you'll just have to make do with this one. Our first stop was Leeds Castle, and dang was it pretty. The stop started... That actually doesn't make sense. How can a stop start exactly? The stop started with some alcohol. Yes, it's this awesome. Sadly though, I don't drink, so cheerio. This part of the tour was not guided, and so were most of the stops, so we pretty much just went in and out of the castle in around 20-ish minutes. You could definitely feel the history, however, with the amount of paintings and stairs we all had to go through. The whole place was like a maze, with the rooms all filled with a plethora of decorative pieces and artifacts that any historical fanatic would probably love to explore and get lost in. Other than the castle, there were lush gardens and ponds around, with swans in the water and ducks casually rattling around everyone. Alright guys, so we just finished going inside Leeds Castle. It's quite huge.
Hello.
Oh look, it's a butterfly. So we just finished going in there, and we're about to go towards the bus that's now going to go towards the cliffs of Dover. Magic. By around 11:30, our tour bus provided us with some lunch, and we of course headed to Dover. Along the way, our tour guide decided to sing a song that had to do with the history of the place, and even asked all of us to sing along. And as you can see from the footage, I obviously was not singing along, and so were the others. One thing I realized from this trip though was how it was so tough to be a tour guide, with the need to keep people from different walks of life entertained, informed, and making sure everyone's not lost and attended to appropriately. It's kind of like being a teacher like myself, except you only meet your students just for one day. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's not all that bad. I'm just kidding. I'm not. So to all the tour guides out there, the drivers, the everyones, thank you. The White Cliffs of Dover is known for its white, chalky visual aesthetic that fits in the Strait of Dover and France. Bonjour! Though it was summer, the breeze by the waters was cool and refreshing, so a quick pit stop of around 20 minutes was definitely a good icebreaker from the heat. I so wish we could have stayed longer. Canterbury was calling. Alright, so we just finished looking at that awesome view up there. Oh, that's my father. And that is the Cliffs of Dover. It's really awesome as well. We're now gonna head towards Canterbury Cathedral. And again, it's gonna be an unguided tour, so it's gonna be fun. Ah, what a wonderful view. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have to do it. I love Summer Street. Go watch it right now. Not this vlog, it's boring. Okay, maybe not. Watch it. Ah, what a beautiful view. In all seriousness though, it really was beautiful. Canterbury was one of the places we wanted to go to, and dang, were we hyped. The main stop for our tour was Canterbury Cathedral, one of the oldest Christian structures around here in England. It was founded in the year 597, which, dang, I didn't even realize until I researched this for this video. The visual style is Romanesque and Gothic, and is currently going through some repair and conservation to protect its structure. The entire place is massive, with various parts of the place we have even yet to explore. Outside the cathedral, Canterbury was a very charming place, which kinda reminds me of Diagon Alley from the Harry Potter books. After 3 hours of walking around the cathedral and the lane near the ice cream cart, we headed towards Greenwich. Here, we were going to ride in a water-based vehicle on the River Thames, towards Embankment Station, where our tour officially ends. Along the river, we could see amazing structures and buildings, and with a bottle of cola by your side, this cruise was definitely one for the books. Hey guys, so we just finished the sea cruise from Greenwich, and now we're here in Embankment Station, and we're trying to look for a place to eat. We don't know where to eat. There's a lot of stuff around here, but it reminds me a lot of city skylines where there's so many roads and routes you can go for and whatnot. but it can be very confusing. And we decided to eat in this awesome Asian fusion place called Itsu, and dang, we're gonna see a lot of it in the next few days. Like literally, there was a lot of branches everywhere. We had a kimchi-based rice bowl with pork. Pork. Oh my gosh, pork in public. And it was oh so satisfying. We also saw a lot of père manger that rushed suggested to us, and we actually did go the next day, and then went out right after because I thought that the sandwich was going to be fresh, except I didn't realize that sandwiches were going to be packed in shelves and something like that. I will try next time for sure, Rush. So I guess it's just that we didn't want to eat bread, we didn't want to eat bread, we didn't want to eat bread, we didn't want to eat bread. At this point, we had to go back to the hotel since it was already 7 and it was getting dark. Not really, but it was getting late. Since we were noobs in this whole city, we did not know how to catch a cab with the amount of people and cars in the streets. So I tried Uber, which Aaron actually suggested, and dang was it much cheaper than booking a cab like how we did in the morning. I actually thought the app was not gonna work, but it did. I'm impressed. So thank you, Uber. So we're back from the tour. It's 9 o'clock in the evening. I think it's already past 9. And just like yesterday night, it's still very bright outside in this hotel. Though technically I don't really sleep this early. I usually sleep at like maybe 2. Or like I try to sleep at 11, but I end up sleeping at 3 or maybe 2. But yeah, that's... I don't know. This piece of fudge, this nugget, it's very delicious. Let me just have a chew and let me try to explain. So it's this very coarse, but when you eat it, it starts melting. Sharp sweetness of the caramel pushes through, runs through the back of your tongue, and then suddenly this saltiness, this small, tiny bit of saltiness just makes you pucker up a little bit. Wow. Took a big mouthful there. Eating it melts, very liquid, runs through the throat very smoothly. That is nice. And that's it for today's vlog. Well, day 2's vlog, not today, because today is not a different time. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today's vlog. If you haven't watched the first one, please go try to check it out because probably, there wasn't really much that happened. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like or dislike. It doesn't really matter because I'm pretty much the only person watching this, and my mother and my father and my friends. Leave a like down below if you want to see more of these types of stuff. More eating, travel, more music, or whatever. This is a personal channel, so I pretty much free to do whatever I want so far. I hope. So thank you very much guys for watching, and I'll see you in our next vlog.